The creepy tour. Soufriere Cemetery. At the Soufriere Cemetery, the bus stopped, but no one stepped out. This is one of the oldest cemeteries in continuous use in St. Lucia. Soufriere Cemetery recorded its first burial in 1745 and is still in use today. As the bus moved through the town, past the RC church heading out, Tara pointed at the edifice. This is the Roman Catholic Church of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Records show that there was a church and presbytery here in 1751. The RC faith followed everywhere the French and Spanish explorers went, including St. Lucia. In 1891, a belfry was added to the church. Eventually, a new church was built. This one is what we see here today. Every time a church is built or rebuilt, it must be blessed. And so, in 1953, this church was anointed, named, and commissioned. The ability to conduct exorcisms is the purview of many church leaders. The RC Church is no exception. And so it was that the RC Church was holding a youth camp when Helen shouted to Lucia, "Watch out!" But it was too late. Lucia got slapped. It turned out that Lucia's grandfather had gone into the cemetery and raised the spirit of his dead son, Lucia's father. Grandpa's sole intent was to get control of his son's property by sacrificing Lucia. So why the slap? Kim wondered. Well, it was yet another case of an angry spirit, and this one was pissed. In his anger, he felt the restraint of not being able to deal with his parents, but he had no such reluctance when it came to his daughter. And so, poor Lucia got the slap, not her grandfather. Every time the grandfather raised the spirit, poor Lucia got the slap. Eventually, the prayer warriors were activated and the slaps ended. One can only assume that Grandpa had eventually let his son rest in peace. How did they know it was Lucia's grandfather? Peanut queried. Because Helen was able to see the whole thing. That is why she was able to warn Lucia the first time about the slap. Fulton answered. You have been listening to an extract from The Creepy Tour by A.L. Dawn French, read by Melissa Sherabin James.